Welcome to Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
It's the then versus now challenge!
Welcome back to the Scrapyard, friends. As you can see by the title card, today's event is Then vs. Now.
That's right, we're racing classic, iconic cars versus their modern-day counterparts. Let's see who's facing who and our lineup for the tournament.
In race 1, it's the 61 versus the 96 Impala. Race 2, it's the BMWs with the 2002 facing off against the M3. Race 3 is the 64 Stingray versus the 2012 Corvette Z06. Race 4 is the 1972 Skyline versus the 2017 GTR. Race 5 is the 67 Mustang GT versus the 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500. Race 6 is the 71 Datsun 510 versus the 2005 Nissan 350Z. Race 7 is the 69 Camaro SS versus the 2017 Camaro ZL1. And our last race in round 1 is the 71 Ford Maverick versus the 2016 Ford Focus RS.
The winner of each race will continue to move on to the quarterfinals, then the semifinals, and finally the final 2 racers will face off in the finals. Wow, I know that's a lot of finals. That's why we came up with this handy chart.
Now let's go over those tournament rules.
Race rules are as follows. Each race consists of 3 heats. Best 2 out of 3 heats advances. Restarts are only for a double DNF. Make it across the line any way possible. And this is not a timed event. And for the tournament rules, the winner of the race gets 1 point for the team. Winner of the quarterfinals will get 2 points for their team. Winner of the semifinals gets 3 points for their team. And the winner of the tournament gets 5 points for their team. In the event of a tie, the highest scoring member of each team will compete in a sudden death race.
You forgot to mention the main reason everyone is racing today, the Grand Championship.
Oh yeah, the winner today will face last year's champion for a chance to be crowned the greatest car of all time. And here's last year's champ, the 1988 Monte Carlo SS.
What is that? Is that a boat?
What? No, it's a ship. You told me to get that.
I told you to buy a golden boat?
You said go out and buy the biggest championship trophy I could find. And look at that ship. She sure looks like a champion to me.
Championship. Championship. One word. You know, like the reason we're here? Never mind. Forget it. Anyway, fans, that Monte Carlo completely dominated last year's event. This Grand Championship, again, one word, is going to be... Wait, what's that? What, are you sure?
What is it now? What?
Okay, if you say so.
What, am I fired because of the trophy?
No, the producers told me they want to have race 1 right now.
Are you serious?
Yes, they're bringing the cars to the track, and they want us in the booth pronto.
Wow, fans, what a surprise. This championship is starting now. Here we are at trackside, all set with race 1.
Representing Team Then, it's the 1961 Chevrolet Impala SS. Weighing in at 3,750 pounds, the SS, or Super Sport, was a mid-year option package that highlighted the all-new 409 cubic inch V8. This package cost a whopping $53. In 1961, Chevy built 491,000 Impalas, but under 500 of them had the SS package, and of those, less than 150 had the 409 option. So, this is one rare automobile. Let's hope he could keep it looking this beautiful at the end of the tournament.
You know, that's the original owner of that 1961 Impala, and he has a photo of when he spent the week right here at the Scrapyard, because back in 1961, the Scrapyard was an inn and coffee shop, not a junkyard. Anyway, representing Team Now, we have the 1996 Impala SS. Chevy revived the Impala SS in 1994, and this time it sold big time. Over the 3-year lifespan of the modern SS, Chevy sold 69,758 Impala SSs. In 1996 alone, Chevy sold 41,941 SSs. 19,085 of them were in black. The other buyers chose cherry or dark green. Borrowing the Corvette's LT1 engine, it was rated at 260 horsepower and 330 pounds of torque. proved at 4,221 pounds, it was still capable of a 92-mile-an-hour, 15-second quarter mile. This is the only four-door sedan in today's tournament, so let's hope he does well.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
The officials have cleared the track. Let's get this tournament started.
3, 2, 1,
go! The 61 flies off the line!
He goes for the block. The 96 takes it. Can we check if the other driver is okay?
This is Wild Bob in the yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket? We can't see him. Who cares what he's wearing?
No, son. Yellow jacket. Like a bee. That's what I call my bird.
His jacket? His bird? What is this guy talking about?
The yellow jacket's the name of my whirlybird, son. This here jump copter. Anyhow, it's looking like that Impala's gone over faster than my Uncle Teddy after a long night of hooch. But our good old boys and girls of the EMS got that driver out plumb quick. And I figure he's ripping a rip down that track once again.
Thank you, Bill.
It's not Bill, it's Bob.
Yes, Bob. Well, let's get to the replay for a closer look.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
You can see the 61 gets it off the line by half a fender.
While going for that block, that long car bottoms out at the transition of the downhill and all 3,700 pounds of that car go airborne.
Let's see it again. Just look how many times that heavy car spins. Wow!
Meanwhile, that 96 just steers around him and tears down the track.
And from our new finish line cam, you can see he's still accelerating as he crosses the line.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Even though that 1996 Impala wasn't first off the line, he's first on the scorecard. Now let's get on with Heat 2.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Here we are back at the starting gate for Heat 2.
The Impalas have changed lanes with the 61 in lane 1 and the 1996 in lane 2.
3, 2, 1, go!
The 96 is out strong.
He's losing it.
Did he just crash after the line?
We'll have to check the replay.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
You can see the 96 gets a big jump off the line.
Both racers decide to go wide, keeping it clean.
But then right there, coming off the downhill, the 96's rear tire goes in the air.
And he just loses it.
He desperately tries to recover, but bounces off the guardrail.
And that lines him up perfectly to head for the safety rocks after the finish line.
Safety rocks?
Sure, why not? And he hits them so hard you can see his alignment come completely out of whack.
And just off camera, he hit a utility pole, taking down a power cable.
I hope he could get all that fixed before the next heat, because they're all tied up.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
That's right. It looks like the 1961 Impala has managed to stay alive. The next race will decide who moves on.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Here we are back at the starting gate for the final heat of race 1.
Neither driver has had an easy time getting here.
After that last heat, our utility pole hasn't had it easy either.
3, 2, 1, go!
They're neck and neck.
The 96 barrel roll.
The 61 wins.
That 96 hit hard.
EMS is on the scene.
Well, I'm figuring now I know why this fella chose a 96 Impala.
And why is that, Bob?
Because 96 is still 96 when it's upside down. And since he's having such a hard time keeping the shiny side of the car up, this fella might be the smartest driver of the bunch.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
You can see both Impalas pull off the line evenly.
And they both go wide at the same time.
They even have trouble off the downhill at the same time.
Except the 96 has way more trouble.
He barrel rolls and comes to a hard stop into that barrier.
Yeah, he went from Team Now to just Team Ow.
I got word from Bill and the EMS team that he's been airlifted to a hospital and is in stable condition.
Lucky for him, he totaled his car at a junkyard, so he'll save a bundle on towing charges.
Scrapyard Diecast Racing.
Well, with that unfortunate second loss, the 96 Impala is out of the tournament.
Yeah, he's also out of car. So, after starting off by somersaulting 3,700 pounds of Impala through the air, that 61 just cruised his way into the first spot of the quarterfinals.
Correct. And that win also earned 1 overall point for Team Then.
Next time we meet at the Scrapyard, it'll be for races 2 and 3.
With our first import race featuring the BMWs, and then the kings of the American sports car, the Corvettes.
So please tune in for the next event in
The Then versus Now Challenge!
The Scrapyard Diecast Racing.